students, so this video is aimed at giving you guys some ideas of how you can start to format your projects within these kind of Word doc style input panes. So we know using this online program is something that nobody has ever really done before, so we wanted to give you some tips and tricks that might help you make your projects a little bit more visually interesting and dynamic, and try to help avoid just submitting more of a block of text. So I've just got a fake project here that I'm going to step through and show you guys some of the different things that you can do. So first of all, in the hypothesis pane, just a couple examples of what you can do with the program. So it's really similar to just a normal word processor. You've got your bold function, underlining. You can change the color of your text right here. You can change if you want your text centered or left justified, that sort of thing. If you want to see how the different paragraphs are split up, that is this button. You can also expand just by pulling the corner down right here. And if you want to see this in full page view, that is the maximize button right there. And another good thing to remember, if you don't like any of the changes, there's not actually really an undo button here, but if you go to your keyboard and press Ctrl and Z at the same time, that will step you back through the different changes that you've made. So Ctrl Z is super helpful. And just another general tip is that we would ask you to avoid using this button to put links to other sites like Google Slides or anything like that, because we want to make sure that the judges can access everything in your project, and sometimes linking to those off-site pages can make this difficult. So the one exception to that is, of course, the presentation tab. So when you're working on this tab, you can absolutely link yourself to like a YouTube video or something like that. But for the rest of the pages, try to just get all of the content right onto the pages here. So we're going to move on to the research tab. And this is a few ideas of how you can really break up these more wordy block text style sections. So on this tab, I have an example of what, just the plain text itself looks like. But you can do a lot to break that up. You can add headings here, so maybe you want to make that bold, center it, you can change the color. If you want to change the headings, that's again in this tab. If you have something that is a quote, you can highlight that and use the block quote button here, and that formats it really nicely. Then you can do some subtopic headings as well. You might want to make them a little bit less bold, so maybe you don't center them or underline them. Then scrolling down, if you really have a big change in your section, you can add some horizontal lines, and that is using this button right here. So that's a nice one there. And once again, maybe you want to make the formatting consistent throughout your pages. That's always a good idea. So you want this guy to be centered, and you want him to be this nice teal color as well, and then everything's consistent. Then I just wanted to show you a couple extra little tips. There is a few different things that you can do with subscript and superscript, and these come in handy quite a bit. So if you're doing anything with chemical formulas, you probably want to make those numbers the subscript, so you just highlight that and press this button here, and it goes small. Same with like meters cubed in your units, probably going to want to make that a superscript, so that's how you would do that. And then inserting the symbols or mathematical symbols, things like that. Everything that you'll probably need there is hiding right in this button here. So you would just click, find the symbol that you want to insert, and then it appears right down here. So that's pretty handy. For more great tips and information about the Calgary Youth Science Fair, make sure you check out our website at cysf.org. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.